Yeah, different avatar tonight, guys. Different avatar. Let's go with a different avatar tonight, guys. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing on this beautiful Thursday night? I just saw Beetlejuice 2. Beetlejuice, the sequel to Beetlejuice. Yeah, Beetlejuice. How y'all doing, guys? I really do hope you're all doing good. Seriously, I really do. Before that, yeah. So, like I said, I saw the movie today in the early afternoon, really early afternoon, 3 o'clock p.m. I saw Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, fun movie, fun sequel. Not a great movie, it's just a solid, okay sequel movie. To let you know if my thoughts on it briefly before I get into the stream. There is a review out on on my channel that I posted about I don't know 2 hours ago. No, an hour and a half ago. An hour and a half ago. My bad. An hour and a half ago, I posted Beetlejuice. Yeah, Beetlejuice review, non-spoiler once again. Let me remind you, non-spoiler review. There will be a spoiler review that you all know. There will be one. Don't worry. There will be one that you all know. There definitely will be a spoiler review. All right. Um. You know what? I'm gonna post a question on here on my. Let me post a question on here on my poll on my thingamajig. Oh yeah. So this is my poll. Put it up here. Yes. No. There we go. There we go. I want to see if there's anybody in the chat. So far, nobody in the chat yet. But yeah, so yeah. Once again, I saw the movie. Tomorrow will be a spoiler review tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be a spoiler review to let you all know. Okay? All right, yeah. So tomorrow night, guys. Tomorrow night will be a def def a spoiler review, and because Blinded, of course, because Blinded will be seeing it, and I want to go over with him and others. If you're interested. Now, so far, I haven't seen the usual people in my chat. So far, I know they'll come in later. The Minecraft movie with a fucking joke. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, so what we're gonna do tonight? We talked. Well, me and Blind, we talked about this last night. This was about we talked about DC, basically mostly DC last night. The majority of what we talked about was DC last night, right? We talked a little bit about Joker and the Batman, right? Overall, a lot about Green Lantern, but also other things DC. Mostly the Batman stuff, Batman news that that dropped yesterday. Drop, whatever you want to call it, whatever. So we're definitely going to talk about that in this stream with John Campea. Okay. With with John Campea. Okay. And I really hope to see more people in the chat. Please show up if you can. Please. Even if you can't make it on video, please show up in the chat if you can. I really would appreciate it. And I'm a little itchy too. So I have not watched these videos from Campea. This is from a stream today, but I have not watched Campea today because I was busy. And so we're gonna watch Campea together. 2 videos we're gonna go over: the Joker and the Batman universe having more grounded villains. We're gonna go over that, okay? And let's see what John Campea and crew has to say. So the Joker video about 12 to 13 minutes long. The Batman video, I believe, is about 8 minutes long, 7 to 8 minutes long. Okay? That's, I believe, how long it is. So, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this banner design and make sure to like, share, subscribe, please. Let's get rid of this because it can't see. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm on the bottom. Let's make it to the left. Let's go to the left. Okay, how about that? We go to the left. Better. I think that's better. Okay, go to the left. All right, so, all right, let's see what he has to say, John Campea. What he has to say. All right, let's go on.
Let's move on to this, shall we?
Red.
You know, Joker 2 is coming out, getting closer. I loved the first Joker movie. Got nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards, won Joaquin Phoenix the Academy Award for Best Lead Actor, fully deserved it. But not everybody loved it, right? There are some people who had some problems with it. I get it. Joker is not a movie for everybody. Totally fair. I personally loved it. I get that not every.
Yeah, there's a lot. The thing is, people, this well-received movie, but this movie wasn't for everybody, apparently. Yeah, that's true. There's people I know that did not like this movie. Thought it was too disturbing. Thought it was too insulting. Thought it made, like, mentally ill people look bad. Oh, who's in the chat now? Oh, it's Red. Oh, shut up, Red. Early headed row. What are you talking about? Yeah, I am early. You're right. I am early. I'm glad I'm early. Okay, I'm glad I'm early, man. Because I'm watching the football, Red. I'm watching football while I'm doing this stream. I'm multitasking. The Kansas City and Baltimore kickoff, man. I'm watching football. You should be doing the same, buddy. Watch me and watch football at the same time. Okay? Mahomes versus Jackson, buddy. But yeah. So when I went to see Beetlejuice, they showed the first trailer of Joker 2. Okay, they showed the trailer of the Joker 2. The first one that came out a couple months ago, not the newest one. I watch CFL sometimes. Yeah, of course. Oh, you're going to make fun of me, aren't you? You're going to make fun of me. I know you're setting me up to make fun of me. I know you are, buddy. I know you're going to setting up to make fun of me with watching CFL. I got no problem. Make fun of me if all you want. I knew you were going to do that. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. That's okay, Red. Let me see my poll. Let's see if anybody voted on it. Okay. 2 people voted on my poll so far. All right. I knew you're gonna downvote it, man. I knew it. What's up, Sideways? Good to see you, Sideways. Where's my buddy Degrassi? Where's George? George, George, if you wanna, George, if you're listening, please listen. This is. How y'all guys doing? What's up, guys? I don't know. Blind is not may not join. Possibly may not join. But let's get into it. I just started this video. Let's see what it has to say. Oh, brief synopsis. Yes, the reviews are out for this film. Yes, the reviews are out for this film from the critics because this film was shown at the Venice Film Festival. So let you all know. And make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below, guys. So let you all know, yes, this is why it says early reviews, right? In his title. So a brief reason why we're doing this. I acknowledge you, Red, over Finbar. Finbar, you're gone. I acknowledge you. Red is my Scottish American that I acknowledge.
Everybody else did. It also didn't have the best reviews. Like I believe the critic rating was like 69 or 70%.
Yeah. That's what Blinded told me. Blinded told me the first movie did not have good critic reviews. I didn't check the Rotten Tomatoes scores for the first movie, but that's what Blinded told me though. And I I take his word for it. I acknowledge my tribal chief, Rocket, Red, whatever. I acknowledge you, buddy. But that's true. That's true. The first Joker movie did not have. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look at it right now. What was the score in Rotten Tomatoes for the first Joker movie? I acknowledge you as my tribal chief, not Finbar. Hey, George. Let's see what the Joker was. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the 2019 version. Okay, the Rotten Tomatoes score was 69%. The audience score was 89%. The Joker 2 reception right now. Joker 2 reception based on 44 reviews, 61%. But we're not going to know the audience score. We're not going to know the audience score for the second Joker movie until later next month. Obviously, right? To the Joker Deuce. Yep, the Joker Deuce. The Joker Deuce. That's funny. That's funny. That actually is funny, man. The Joker Deuce. All right. Joker Deuce. That's a good one, Red. Buddy. That's a good one, Walker. That's actually pretty funny.
For that, for the first Joker movie? Well, the first reviews for Joker 2, Folie à Deux, have now come out, and they're not great. They're even less good than the reviews for the first Joker were.
Yeah, it was 69, John.
For the first one?
Yeah.
69.
Last I checked,
69.
The critic
69, guys. 69. 69. Our favorite numbers. 69. I'm kidding.
critic rating for the second one is at 60%, which is even lower than the first, nearly 10% lower than the first one.
Yeah, but that's 44 reviews. 44 reviews, buddy. That's 44 reviews. Okay? Based off 44 reviews. Okay, 44 reviews. Let's continue.
Most concerning to me is that a number of the critics who are giving it negative reviews, not all of them, but a number of them are critics I know loved the first Joker.
Honestly, I not read of all the reviews on the movie. I read 2 or 3. Uh, it's not really fully a musical. Sideways. Um, don't take standing ovations as don't take standing ovations seriously. Okay, don't take standing ovations as a sign of being a success, man. If here's the thing, if the cast and crew are watching the movie with the critics and stuff, they're gonna give it a standing ovation, no matter what. If they're not there, like don't standing ovation take it with a grain of salt because we had standing ovations for other films that. I mean, the Flash got a standing ovation, and yeah, the Flash bomb. A lot of people didn't like it. So standing ovation is always known as a grain of salt kind of thing. So don't take it. And nobody does 11 minute standing ovation. There's no such thing as an 11 minute standing ovation. Okay, I don't think this. It's part musical. It's part not musical. I mean, Lady Gaga obviously makes it a musical, right? Lady Gaga is the reason why it's a musical, with her singing talent. That's the reason why she's in it, obviously. All right, let's continue on.
That's the part, sometimes it makes me kind of excited when I see a sequel coming out and a review for a sequel come out, and there's a certain critic that I know didn't like the first one, but they really liked the second one. It's equally concerning to me when I read somebody who I personally know loved the first one and doesn't like this one. Again, it's not like they're all bad. 60%. I mean, that's still.
I mean, the thing is, it's very classic in Hollywood, right? Most of the time, the sequels are not better than the first film. Most of the time, right? Right? Most of the time, we get this just stigma out there. Well, that most of the films, sequel films, are not as good as the first film. There is a stigma behind that. That is true. That is a true not testament, but a true thought, idea.
Means the majority of critics are liking it. But let's take a look at some of the reviews. Hannah
Yeah.
Strong writes, it begs the question, why is Phillips so reluctant to embrace the film that the film is a musical? Why not add a little more color, some flourish to the production design?
Oh, that's harsh. This one's harsh on the bottom. Bottom move. That's harsh. Oh, yeah. I'm not a fan of it being a musical either. I'm not a fan of being in a musical. When I heard it was gonna be part musical and stuff like that, I'm like, oh god, no, no, I don't want this to be a musical. Yeah, yeah. Beetlejuice is doing okay. It's not gonna make a lot of money, but it's doing okay. It's not like struggling. It won't struggle, but it's not gonna make a lot of. It's probably gonna make like 300 to 500 million at best. Joker 2, I don't think it's gonna make a billion now. I really don't think it's gonna make a billion. I don't think it's gonna. reach where the first movie is. Yeah, there is logic, obviously.
I mean, so they do reference the thing about the musical aspect a little bit. Flix wrote, it is not that this version of the Joker is inherently wrong, but it is uninteresting.
Oh,
Please let us be done with this.
oh, that's harsh. That was harsh. That's harsh. That's pretty harsh. I gotta say, and I like it. I know. We talked about this. I talked about this a little bit yesterday. The guy is really losing it. He's not taking this well, and he's bullshitting. He's trying to use that as excuse. That's the reason why he got fired. No, Disney, the Marvel Studios is not going to fire you if you're gay, or if you're gay, or if you're a different color. They're not going to fire you for that. I mean, they're going to fire you because they found something. They investigated. They found stuff about you, what you did in the workplace, man. Not. It wasn't because of your color or what your sexuality was. I mean, Joker 2 was not really supposed Joker 2 was not really supposed to happen. Remember, everybody thought the first Joker movie was gonna be a one-off solo movie, and they really didn't have any plans for Joker 2, like what's gonna happen, but Joker 2 did happen.
Oh wow.
Now, Slash Film, on the other hand, liked it. It feels remarkably honest and true to itself, demonstrating again that taking such a popular character seriously is nothing to laugh at. I actually really like that comment. That if you take some of these fantastical, ridiculous, larger than life characters that we get in the comic books, but actually take them seriously for a second, and what would that actually be like in a more grounded kind of realistic world? How do they come across? Comes across bad. Our friend Eric Eisenberg over at Cinema Blend wrote an overindulgent.
Um, um, John Campea. Okay, John Campea. They really kind of did that with Heath Ledger's Joker. They did that with Heath Ledger's Joker, man. Okay, Heath Ledger's Joker was like that, buddy. Have you been in the real world? What do you think Heath Ledger's Joker is? An anarchist, a chaos maker. Um, also, the difference between Heath Ledger's Joker and this Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker is actually more true in the sense of his relationship to Batman, in the sense that the obsession with Batman. But we really have that. What a realistic Joker or a realistic Joker would be like in a realistic world, and that's Heath Ledger's Joker, man. He really got that. And also, Joker. I don't think you fully understand Joker. Okay, Joker, the character of the Joker, he's very, what can I say, versatile. Very his he could be very he could be very funny. He could be very his sense of humor is very dark, creepy, threatening, sadistic, menacing. Right? He's all that, but he's like the fun guy. He's like he's supposed to be like, people like that are like toys, clowns, stuff like that are not supposed to be scary. I mean, people have fear of clowns, but toys, playing cards, stuff like that. People are not supposed to be scared of that. Okay, but Joker is that. He's a guy who's supposed to be laughter, right? Laughter is supposed to be a good thing, right? Being happy, laughter is supposed to be a good thing. But you see, Joker is like very in love with Batman in a way, and not in a sexual way, but an obsessive way. His whole reason for living is Batman. But Joker is, when you see Joker is like, he takes all that good, there's all those good emotions, It's supposed to be happy and laughter, and he twists them. He poisons them. Poisons this. He poisons that. Right? Now, there's a reason why there's a reason why he's he's like that. You know, he sees life as he sees life besides Succession Batman as like a big joke, not serious. So he believes that, you know, he basically believes in nothing really. Okay. Um, but we kind of had that Joker of Heath Ledger. Now, the Heath Ledger Joker wasn't flamboyant, crazy like the comics version of Joker, but he was a grounded Joker. Yeah, yeah. Jokes aside, he has kind of a unique personality. You never know what you get with the Joker at times. Okay, like he, in my opinion, he's the hardest comic book villain to sit down and dissect. To right, because Joker is like he's unpredictable. Batman's even said that. But Joker is not a ridiculous villain. John Campea. Did I just freeze? No, I'm back. Joker is not a ridiculous villain, though. Okay? He's not a ridiculous villain. I don't know what he's talking about there. Like, oh, and this gives up. Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about Joker. Here's the thing about the Joker. What makes Joker great? Great. This Joker is a different universe, but what makes Joker great? A great character from the comics. We don't know how he became the Joker. Okay, now there's different interpretations how to become the Joker, but DC never officially said how he became the Joker, right? Batman, we know how Batman became to be. We know how Bruce Wayne came to be, okay? Bruce Wayne became the Batman. We know his origins, despite changing some of the story around it. We still know that, in fact, his parents were murdered, and that sprung the crusade for the creation of Batman, right? We know that. But Joker, you have different interpretations of Joker. DC never really confirmed even the Killing Joke origin was never fully confirmed. But you can say that's the most reasonable reason why he became the Joker, because I believe what I like about the Killing Joke Joker, I believe something bad. And the Killing Joke, if you read the Killing Joke, obviously you know what happens, right? How he became the Joker. But I believe the reason why Joker is such an interesting character in contrast to Batman is because Batman, his parents died, and he went on his crusade of vengeance to make Gotham a better place, right? Joker, something happened bad to Joker, whoever became Joker, right? And Killing Joke, we know about his family and all of that stuff, right? Something like that had to be the reason why he went the other way. He went the other way instead of trying to fight and trying to make sense of the world. He's like, fuck it, man. The world doesn't make any sense. The world's a big joke. Nothing makes sense. The only thing that makes sense is chaos, all that stuff. And, and he sees Batman, and Batman's like, he sees Batman as like, something terrible happened to you, but you're trying to fight against it. You don't see the bigger picture. You don't see this as a big joke. You think, and see, he sees Batman as, he has a sick obsession with Batman, but I think he sees Batman more as a kindred spirit in a dark, twisted kind of way. Because he sees the struggle in Batman, right? He sees the struggle in Batman. He says he's relatable to Batman in some aspects. That both something bad happened to him, and Batman became to fully form their view on life. The problem is, which villains in Batman would make money? That's the only issue. Which ones would make money? But this is a very different Joker, and they want to give him origin, okay? And I'm fine with an Elseworld Joker. I'm really am fine with that, man. I'm fine with Elseworld Joker. I'm fine with that. Honestly, I'm fine with that. It's not going to be connected to DCU. It's not going to be connected to the Batman. So I'm fine with that. It's
musical that lacks the punch.
It's not really the Joker, if you think about it. It is probably if this title was not named the Joker, would it be? Would it make millions? Would it be $1 billion horse? It's not like. Come on.
Of its predecessor. Screen International didn't like it, writing, where the original Joker remains a stunning exception, that rare blockbuster with emotional.
See, you know what I like about you, Sideways? Because we think alike here, buddy. I like the Arkham Joker. The Arkham Joker is the. Well, no, there's no defined Joker, like 100% defined Joker, right? DC hasn't said, oh, this Joker is a defined Joker, right? Because it's different interpretation. But to me, the most defined Joker is the Arkham Joker because he's a mix of a little bit of the animated Joker, but also very sadistic, very menacing, very sick in the head, very twisted. He's the same voice actor, Mark Hamill. He's like the animated Joker, but with a whole new level, like a twisted, a much more violent, much more twisted, a much more disgusting, annoying version of that Joker. And to me, that's the epitome of the Joker, where he should be. Okay? And also that Arkham Joker, it's about Arkham, the Arkham series, the first 4 games of Batman Arkham series, it's about Batman, but it's about Batman and Joker's relationship. Arkham is about Batman and Joker's relationship. From Origins to Asylum to Arkham City to even Arkham Knight, even though the Joker's dead. But Joker is like one of the main focuses of that movie. The Arkham series is really about Batman and Joker's relationship. And the Arkham series has the best storytelling of Joker and Batman's relationship. Okay? There's no hero and villain out there that has a relationship like the Joker and Batman do. It's freaking. It's a one of a kind. Not even Lex Luthor and Superman have that kind of relationship, man. All right, let's continue.
Shading grown-up themes and a genuine sense of grandeur. This sequel.
I'm glad he's reading the reviews for us, so we don't have to review the reviews. Thank you, Campea. I appreciate it.
Fails to stay on the beat.
Oof.
So that's what I was talking about. Like even like a number of guys who even really liked the first one didn't like the second one. And that becomes, I don't know.
Well, I think with this they had to swing for the fences to get Joaquin interested in it, for the director to really want to be interested. So I knew this was going to be a risk-taking film, and I think I can kind of like, I don't know, we'll appreciate it for that, you know.
Oh, a second. I caught a comment in the live chat, and I went over here. The list, the page I got open, the list has reviews for both the original Joker and the new Joker, and some of the ones the ones at the top of the list are from the original Joker. And so now I'm scrolling down now, and it's like, wait, this, I already read one from this thing. This because they're all blended in on the same list. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh no. So
What? What? What was that?
Sorry for that confusion.
Maybe
they're all on the same page.
That's why we didn't get a lot of the music.
Yes, they're all on the same page.
Okay, so
anyway, guys, are from the original Joker.
Taking film
fails to stay on the beat. So that's what I was talking about. Like even like a number of guys who even really liked the first one.
I wasn't fully paying attention there. Let's see what
didn't like the second one, and that becomes, I don't know.
Well, I think with this they had to swing for the fences to get Joaquin interested in it, for the director to really want to be interested. So I knew this was going to be a risk-taking film.
Let me tell you something. Joaquin Phoenix was going to be Doctor Strange. Joaquin Phoenix was Marvel's number one choice for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Joaquin Phoenix. Okay? But he turned it down because he did not want to commit himself to multiple projects in one franchise. But so that's why I was surprisingly he decided to do a sequel for this. Money talks, man.
and I think I can kind of like, I don't know, we'll appreciate it for that, you know.
Oh, a second. I caught a comment in the live chat, and I went over here. The list, the page I got open, the list has reviews for both the original Joker and the new Joker, and some of the ones the ones at the top of the list are from the original Joker.
Oh.
And so now I'm scrolling down now, and it's like, wait, this, I already read one from this thing. This because they're all blended in on the same list. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh no! So
Sorry for that confusion.
Maybe
they're
that's
all
why
on
we
the
didn't-
same page.
That's why we didn't get a lot of the music.
Yes, they're all on the same page.
Okay, so
So anyway, let me read some more now that I'm down at the right, that I'm down at the bottom of the page.
What a loser.
Let's see. The Decider wrote, this newfound stylistic vigor helps expand the shelf life of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, but by the time the end comes, this incarnation feels exhausted. Collider, where a place I used to work, writes, Phillips is just incapable.
Hey, Red, if you're watching, you mentioned Collider. Red. Red, if you're watching, he mentions Collider. Come back.
Phoenix's Joker, but by the time the end comes, this incarnation.
Oh, people are not going to want to watch the Joker now because Joker gets boring and stale? How can you... Come on. Okay, so Red.
Feels exhausted. Collider, where a place I used to
Red,
work,
Red, if you're in the
writes, Phillips is just incapable of delivering the genre's requisite razzle-dazzle that would surely complement Joker's persona. Vanity Fair did not like it, saying it's strangely dull, a pointless procedural that seems to disdain its audience.
Oh my God.
And Total Film wrote, part courtroom movie, part behind the bars romance, Folie Deux as an unconventional musical sequel that fails to hit the high notes.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
So, yeah, again, just kind of...
Oh, sorry about that.
It's a little concerning.
There's not excitement. Even in the positives, it's just not excitement.
Yeah, like there's not a lot of big enthusiasm. Right? Not a lot of big enthusiasm.
And you know, a lot of my movies fall into this range where it's 60% or 50%. Sometimes I really like those because it makes me want to form my own opinion and just go and see.
Well, I mean, look, again, I want everybody to remember.
Here's the thing, Ray. It shouldn't matter how much percentage of film is on Rotten Tomatoes, whether it's 10 to 100%, 0 to 100%. If you want to film your opinion, you say 50 to 60%. I know I want to go see form my opinion on that. Well, you can say that from a 0% to 100% if you want to form your opinion on that. Hey, you never know. There might be the worst. Hey, you never know. There might be the outlier or somebody actually likes Madam Reb. Madam Reb. Hey, Madam Reb got a terrible critics and audience score, but you never know. There might be one outlier out there that loves Madam Reb. So don't say, oh, this percentage is. Don't use a percentage as a reason. I gotta judge this for myself. I mean, you can use from 0 to 100. You might not like a movie that's a 90% Rotten Tomatoes score, whether it's critics or audience. You may not like a movie that's 95. Joker, right? There's people that didn't like the Joker. No, okay. Yeah, so they might not like the second one either. Yeah. All right, let's finish this. Let's continue.
what we said off the top. The first Joker movie has a 69.
Right.
Has 69.
Which isn't
69, guys.
great, but it went on to get nominated for Best Picture of the Year, and I love that movie.
69.
I was kind of hoping to see better reactions to this one than the last one. The fact that it's like almost 10% even lower than the last one. Again, now look, I did not expect Joker 2 to be better than the first Joker.
Yeah.
Right? I never expected it to be better than the first Joker. The first Joker to me is just a great piece of art. I love it. But it didn't need to be as good as the first Joker for me. But I at least wanted to get a little bit close.
That film?
And so, but look, again, had a 69 the first one, and I loved it. Maybe I'll love this one too. We'll find out in a couple of weeks. You know when you discover a new binge-worthy show or a song that you bump on repeat and you have to share it with your friends so they can experience images. All nations for /Campea. I see 7 out of every 10 critics.
You might be the only person that I know that actually likes the Catwoman movie. Honestly.
Did like the first one. This one is 6 out of every 10. It's a little concerning to me. Does it do anything to make you concerned? Or are you like, nope, I already know I'm going to love this movie? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know.
All right. So let's, before I go to the next segment of his. All right. So, yeah. All the critics that saw it at the Venice Film Festival, most of them did not like it. 69%, 61%. Well, it's not terrible. It's not good, right? It's not. I guess it's technically okay. Okay, technically it's okay. Now, it's only based on 44 reviews. You like the villain? Okay, it's only based on 44 reviews. You gotta remember the critic score was down for the first film, but what the critics are saying about the film. Now, I don't take critics' word all the time. They're okay. Sometimes you could tell. Sometimes they're very show-like. They're very paid-like. Just to get the good graces of the studios, to get access to whatever, right? You could tell with some of the critics. Marvel has that issue. Marvel has that problem. But I'm still going to see this movie, and I am going to judge it for myself. I will judge this for myself, though. This is a film I will judge for myself. The critics can be hit and miss, exactly. Sometimes the critics, when they see Marvel and DC movies, comic movies and Star Wars movies, they don't fully understand because they may not be Marvel and DC. Like Marvel and DC, the critics, they're not into Marvel and DC, may not understand Marvel and DC, what they're trying to lure, what they're trying to set up, especially for those movies. Same with maybe Joker, may not understand like the Joker, the lore of Batman, if they're never interested in it or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like they may not really understand that. Okay? The shills do, but they're shills. They're mega shills. That's a fact, guys. They're shilling out. All right, so I'm going to see it for myself, though, and I'll judge it for myself. And we'll talk about it for sure. I'll do a review, spoiler review, and we'll see what him and Grace have to say and others have to say about the film. Because this is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. Now, be right back. We're going to look at another video of his. Okay. Now we talked about the Batman yesterday a little bit about how Matt Reeves has come out and said he wants to do more grounded villains. And some villains may not end up, not the fantastical types. The characters like Gentleman Ghost may not end up in his universe. So more of a fantastical array of villains characters, right? So more grounded characters. That's what he said. More grounded, like so. So now John. So we're gonna take a look at John Campea talking about it. Okay, we're looking at Campea this time, talking about it. Oh, I don't even think that's a DC Catwoman. Honestly, uh, but so yeah, I'm gonna bring it up. I am gonna bring it up. Okay, if it loads. Come on, load.
Quite frankly,
There we go. Okay.
the director of Robert Pattinson's The Batman film, and quite frankly, highly anticipated The Batman 2, and is, of course, a producer on the spin off HBO Max series Penguin, which I cannot wait to watch. That looks so good. Well, there are rumors going around that perhaps, you guys probably saw these rumors, that perhaps the Batman villain, Gentleman Ghost,
Yeah.
could be the villain.
Nobody said that. Nobody said there was no fucking rumor going around saying Gentleman Ghost was going to be the villain. Who fucking said that? I didn't see that. Who fucking ridiculous? Who came up with that fucking ridiculous rumor? Which scooper? Seriously, one of those scoopers who just throws things at the wall and hopes it comes true? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Of course, the Gentleman Ghost is two things: a gentleman, but also a ghost.
Well, actually, Gentleman Ghost is not a in the Batman Cape Crusader. He is a ghost Campea, but Gentleman Ghost is in the comics. And I think this is not a ghost. He's not a ghost Campea. Gentleman Ghost only in Batman Cape Crusader is an actual ghost, but Gentleman Ghost in the comics is not a ghost. He's an actual person, a living being. So that's wrong. That's wrong. That's fucking wrong, Campea. He's only the ghost in the Cape Crusader show, but he's not a ghost in the comics. Okay? He's not a ghost. Where the fuck? He's a moron. He's not a ghost. An actual ghost. In the Cape Crusader show, he's a ghost. Correct. Oh my fucking god, man. Oh my god. I just had to tell my friend Blinded. You know Blinded, sometimes my co-host on here. Oh my god. It's sad. It's sad. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Blinded. I remember there was rumors, Cooper, saying that the Batman was going to have 5 villains. The first Batman or the second Batman? Two-Face, Riddler, Penguin, Firefighter, Catwoman. Oh my god. Well, only 3 of those characters are in that universe right now: Riddler, Catwoman, and Penguin. And we're getting close to Penguin's show, which I'm highly excited for. Really excited for his show.
which strays a little bit outside of that very grounded, gritty Gotham that we had in the first The Batman movie with Robert Pattinson.
You don't believe in ghosts, John? Come on.
I think I do believe in ghosts.
Okay.
But not in Batman movies.
Right.
Yeah, Ray.
So
The first Batman. Oh, that's ridiculous, man. No, that's really ridiculous, man. 5 villains in the first Batman movie. What the hell? I remember from the first Batman movie that Catwoman was going to be in it, and that the Penguin and the Riddler were going to be in it. That's all I remember. I don't remember Two-Face or Firefly. I just remembered Catwoman, Riddler, and Penguin. That's it. That's all I remember. And I remember Jonah Hill was the front runner to play Penguin. Then they gave it to Colin Farrell. I remember that. I remember Jonah Hill was the lead choice for Penguin. But yeah, now Colin Farrell is the Penguin.
Matt Reeves addressed this and kind of went a little bit further to kind of express something that we've all kind of suspected, that his Batman universe is not really going to use the villains that are like supernatural, too super powered. He wants more grounded villains. He said this. This came from an article in the Hollywood Reporter. Says, what was more important to me, says Reeves, was to find a way to take these pop icons, these mythical characters that everybody knows, and translate it so that Gotham feels like a place in our world, Reeves said. We might push to the edge of the fantastical, but we would never go into full fantastical. It's meant to feel quite grounded. Gentleman Ghost is probably pushed a little too far for us to be able to find a way to do it, but there is a way to think about how we would take characters that might push over into a bit of the fantastical and find a way to make sense of that. Now, this goes right along what he was just saying with things we've speculated about before, right? Like,
no, is he gonna say what villains he thinks would work? Now, I'm not talking about movies, but John Campea. Is he gonna say? Oh shit! What villains? What villains would work? I'll be right back. Man, it takes too long to pop up. But I'm back. I'm back. I'm back, guys. Let's go.
you bring up a character like Mr. Freeze.
Uh-huh.
There's a way to do Mr. Freeze.
I said yes. Thank you. Thank you. There is a way to do Mr. Freeze. That's what I've been saying. There is a way to do Mr. Freeze. Thank you.
The way Matt Reeves just directed it, saying, maybe push it to the edge of where fantastical begins. There are science mumbo jumbo ways you could try to ground Mr. Freeze in a quasi-viable explanation about who he is and what he is. But then there are just characters that you can't.
Name
Not
one.
in this Batman universe.
Name one.
Clayface. I mean, you can do a Clayface who was an actor turned rogue, and he just calls himself Clayface, but you can't do in this Gotham Lady Gaga. You cannot do that Clayface. Only people who watch Harley Quinn will understand.
I hate to break it to you, Campea. I don't know if you know this, Campea. There is a character in the Penguin. Now, this is female. Although this character is going to end up being Clayface, but there's a female character with the last name Carlo in the Penguin show. You'll see it. You'll see it. So once he sees the show, he's going to change his mind on that because there is a character in the Penguin show, last name Carlo. And Carlo, well, that's still Carlo. So, and about a couple weeks, so once Penguin starts until it ends, he's going to change. His opinion on that's going to change because he's going to be proven wrong. Because Penguin show's kind of setting that up.
Understand that reference. Like you can't do that, but it does leave wide open the door for a lot of the big classic villains in his pantheon of villains, right? KG Beast is one I've always thought would fit in really well.
KG Beast is not Campea. No disrespect, but KG Beast is not even the fucking Arkham games. Almost every single Batman rogue is in the fucking Arkham games. Except Killer Moth. You don't really call Killer Moth, but like most of every rogue is in the Arkham games. KG Beast is not even the fucking Arkham games. KG Beast is not a popular Batman villain. Oh my god, nobody cares about KG Beast. Why fucking KG Beast? Guys, oh my god, KG Beast. KG Beast.
With this Batman universe.
Not KG.
Obviously, Joker fits in with this description. Penguin, obviously, he's already there, fits in with that
You
description.
know who fits in the description too? That's not really exactly directly a Batman villain? Deathstroke.
Catwoman, who's already there, fits in with that description. There's a lot of different characters that they have that would, even a Bane, tone down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Even a Bane, if you want to push just to that edge of fantastical.
Bane was toned down in Dark Knight Rises, man. He didn't have the Venom or anything like that.
Is a way to do it, but it would.
KG Beast. KG Beast. KG Beast.
Mean that some are probably out the door. What's the one? Is it Man-Bat? Yeah.
Man-Bat.
Man-Bat, and I thought of like Solomon Grundy, who's literally just a zombie.
Yeah, Solomon Grundy would probably be off the table.
Mm-hmm.
He was in BVS. He was in BVS. That Russian guy that worked for Luther. Yeah, and the Mercenaries. Yeah, yeah, and he was in Son of Arkham too. Um, he, I know he has some run as a Batman. It's just that he's not a top 10 on my list, man. Of villains, like
Scarecrow is one that would work. Two-Face is one that still works.
okay, how's Two Face gonna work? I mean, he did Two Face already in the Dark Knight, so that I guess that works. Scarecrow, how's Scarecrow gonna work?
Ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist, Calendar Man.
Yeah,
Calendar Man is not gonna work. I'll tell you why Calendar. No, okay, look, I'm not saying he can't work, but Calendar Man only can work if if they want to expand the timeline in the movie throughout holidays, like Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's, stuff like that. That's the only way Calendar Man would work, which I don't think they're gonna do. So I do not see Calendar Man as an option. But how would you do Scarecrow, guys? How would you do Scarecrow? Come on, give me your explanation.
And
I actually would like a Calendar Man because I like how they use Calendar Man in the Arkham games. I mean, this psychotic serial killer who kills on specific dates. I mean, that would be great to tie in, not as the main villain, but as just adding more tension to a situation. You could do Hush.
Calendar Man is not gonna work. They're not gonna do Calendar Man. Yeah, Calendar Man is in the Arkham games, but Calendar Man does give out like those hints about he's from the beginning to the end of Batman. But the Calendar Man, sorry, Calendar Man has never been a major player in the Batman. In the Batman, I mean, like he has sometimes been featured, but he's never been a recurring major villain for Batman. There's times when he gets featured, but he's never really been a featured big time villain for Batman.
You could do,
Hush,
well,
Professor Pig.
I think
You could do the
they teased Hush, remember? She teased Hush. Remember they teased Hush in Batman, the first movie. Now, how will they do Hush? That's a good question. How will they do Hush? That's a very good question. Like, is he best friends? Is he friends? Is it going to do a different introduction, a different origin? It's not going to be a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne. It's going to be somebody else. How do they do Hush? I feel like if they do Hush, it's going to be vastly different than the classic best friend, childhood friend Thomas Elliot.
Court of Owls.
Court of Owls.
Court of Owls,
yes.
Who's the one that shoots the Firefly? Or
Firefly?
But Firefly is not going to be a main villain. Sorry, like Firefly is not going to be a main villain. I mean, in the Batgirl movie, he was, but for a Batman movie, sorry, he's just not. Firefly is either be solo or a henchman. He has never really been a lead. Firefly's just psychotic. He's never gonna be like if he's a villain, there's gonna be multiple villains, and he's not gonna be the main villain. Because that's enough. Firefly, if he was in the movie, he'd most likely be a henchman doing somebody's dirty work. That's it. He's not gonna be a lead villain. That's not Firefly.
I think any
That was
And Hush, Matt Reeves likes Hush. Matt Reeves has said he likes Hush, and if he did, he could try to get Hush in the Batman stuff.
going to be in the Batgirl
Make
movie.
him an arsonist, like
right. Any villain that keeps the
An arsonist is not interesting. Yeah, thank you, Degrassi. But like these villains are suggesting, KG Beast, come on, man. Firefly is not like no like Firefly. What you want, Batman? What? How's Bruce? The thing about Batman, what Batman did, it was specifically about the growth of Batman and Bruce Wayne as a character. Especially Batman and Riddler, how Bruce Wayne saw how his influence was influencing others to go to vigilantism, but he was seeing as a way that vengeance, and these people, the Riddler took it too far. Right? The Riddler saw Batman as somebody like he could relate to, right? As a hero for the city, right? But Riddler took it too far. How does Firefly relate to Batman in that way? There's a pyromaniac? How does he? The thing about what makes Batman villains so good, they relate to him. Most villains relate to Batman in some capacity, in some aspect, right? Joker, chaos, order, obsession. One, right? There's a lot of things, right? Joker, right? He's the opposite of Batman, right? It's like if Batman walks down the Joker's path, he'd be like the Joker. If Joker walks down the Batman's path, he'd be like the Batman. Catwoman, the forbidden love, the forbidden love between what's straight and what's not straight. The bending the lines of black and white, gray, right? With Catwoman being a criminal, right? And Batman trying to be like, Batman is, yes, he'll break into homes, he'll steal stuff, he'll steal that stuff, but in all, he's kind of like Superman, a little bit of a Boy Scout. He has a bit of a Boy Scout in him, right? Right? Even the smallest of crime he thinks is wrong, right? Smallest of robbery is wrong. Okay? Like, nobody calls him out. Nobody calls out the fact that Batman has a little bit of Boy Scout in him. That's Catwoman. Two-Face. Two-Face represents the dual identity of Batman and Bruce Wayne, where he struggles with each one, right? Riddler challenges his intelligence, right? Batman's intelligence, right? Bane is obsession with Bane. The drugs are obsession, right? The Venom challenges Batman's obsession with crime. He done crime, like it's the only thing that matters to Batman, Bruce Wayne. Scarecrow is about the fear aspect of Batman, right? The fear aspect, right? He conquers the fear of bats, right? That's what Scarecrow is. Clayface represents, I guess you could say, the undercover aspect, stuff like that. Or the acting aspect of Batman when he has to try to differentiate between Bruce Wayne and Batman and to fool people. Exactly, Degrassi. Right? There's just a lot of characters in the Batman universe. Here's the one thing that no comic book character has villains that represent different aspects of Batman. Okay? Like, I said it itself, there's no comic book character in history that has a relationship like Batman and Joker have. And there's not a lot of fictional protagonist, antagonist, villain, hero relationship with the Joker. Okay? Magpie. Oh. Yeah, that's what you hear what Campea said. Oh, you can't do Clayface. But I just when he mentioned Clayface, I'm like, John, Carlo, they're gonna have a female character in the Penguin named Carlo, last name Carlo. It's already been spoiled. It's not spoiled. It's actually it's on the freaking Wikipedia page right in this. It's not spoiled. Okay? It just gives you can look it up right now. John Campea could literally, when he did this video, this live stream, he could literally go on the Penguins identity page and you will see who's the cast of this and you'll recognize the last name Carlo. He could have done that. And then obviously that'll give him the idea, oh my god, Clayface may actually be in this universe. Thank you, Degrassi. That's what I've been saying. Thank you, Degrassi. Yeah, because we know Degrassi. We already know the Penguin's gonna let us know, right? Penguin's gonna be Penguin. The Penguin show is gonna be the show that's gonna Easter egg Clayface, or who knows? It may not be Bissette Carlo. It might actually be that woman. I think the character name is Eve Carlo. Actually, she might be the Clayface. And I know there's gonna be some people. There's gonna be people on the other side be like, oh, they gender banned Clayface. Oh my god, they did all this, not knowing that there actually was female Clayfaces in the comics before. Because remember, Basil Carlo was not the only Clayface in the comics. There were multiple Clayfaces in the comics. Basil Carlo and Matt Hagen are the most recognizable ones. Matt Hagen is from the anime series, but and the anime series changed. It still had the actors, him as an actor, Clayface, but it was Matt Hagen, not Basil Carlo in the anime series. Degrassi is 100% white. They are doing Clayface. I mean, freak the Penguin. He can just look it up on stream. I should have said something. Look. Matter of fact, let's go to Wikipedia. I'm gonna change this for time being. I'll show you evidence, guys. Right here. I'm gonna change this for. Yeah, thank you, Sideways. That too. Right here. Right here, guys. Main cast. Colin Farrell, Christian Milioti, and Reggie Feliz. Reoccurring. Okay. This actress, Carmen Ejogo. Carmen Ejogo. If you could look, I'm gonna maximize this. Carmen Ejogo. What does that say? What does that name say? The last name say? Eve freaking Carlo. Yeah. Thank you, Degrassi. Yeah, because we saw it in the trailer. Yeah, we see that in the trailer. So thank you, Eve Carlo. What do you think that means? Carlo gives it away. Carlo gives the freaking name away, right? He could easily just looked it up. So I just proved it right there. Now let's change back to Campea. Oh, Jeffrey Wright's old lady? Oh, okay. So they're both the same universe.
Detective work, interesting in the next film would be good for me, because I love the way the Riddler, he was chasing
yeah,
the clues.
I think you're right. I hope they keep it.
Yeah,
they really focus in on the detective part.
Right, because when you bring in a villain where
I love the detective part too, and they should keep doing it. But I would love to see. I mentioned this on stream with I mentioned this on stream with Blinded. I would like to see, yeah. I would like to see him using the environment as a weapon, like putting fear in the criminals, like putting fear in the criminals. You don't know where he's gonna strike. I would love to see that. I would fucking love to see that too, man. Instead of him just busting into places, because, well, it's cool and all, like he did in Iceberg Lounge. You can't do that. I like to see him. I like to see how you do in Arkham games, where you see him use the environment as a weapon. You know, gargoyles, whatever. I like to see him use the environment as a weapon. He a little bit did that in the ending, but I like to see it like there's too many men rushing in. Say there's like 10 or 15 men, too many of them to go attack him head on. So instead, what Batman is known for, he has to use the environment, separate them, stuff like that. Go under the vents, wherever, like in the Arkham games. I like to see him use the environment.
or it's just he's just there and there's no it cuts away those detective things. I think it takes away from the this Batman, this version of Batman, and I like the way they did that in the first one, where he was like just trying to figure things out.
You know what the door's still very much open for?
Solomon Grundy, there's a way to do Solomon Grundy, but he just might be like a big henchman, or I don't know if they're gonna bring him back from the dead. All that, I don't know. I don't know about Solomon Grundy, and I do think Mark Strong, the character Mark Strong is in the show, and I do think Mark Strong is going to be a character that we know from the comics, and I think it's going to be a big reveal of who he is, of who he's going to play. Mark Strong is definitely going to be somebody from the comics, because usually when they get big actors, right? When they get big actors, DC and Marvel does this. When they get big actors and they don't announce their role, but you know they're in the show and it's an undisclosed role. You know it's a big character that we can recognizable, right? It's a character that's been around in the comics and stuff. So I think Mark Strong is going to be somebody that we know from the comics. He's definitely playing a character from the Batman comics. There's no question about it. Otherwise, if he wasn't, might as well just announce the character he's playing. Zuko, yeah, like Zuko, maybe like something like that. See, and when people talk about Zuko, people make that connection. Now, in the Cape Crusader, Tony Zuko was in it, but there was no connection to Dick Grayson in Cape Crusader. And honestly, I don't know if we're gonna see a Wildman in the Cape Crusader based on one of the episodes.
Hell yeah!
Kite Man.
Kite Man!
He left.
Bring in
He left
Kite
train.
Man!
Batman sort of did a Kite Man in that one shot where he leaves the
That's true. It only needs
Kite Man was like, he needs help.
We need a Kite Man cut of the Batman.
Yeah.
And the only difference between the regular theatrical cut and this cut is as he's jumping off the police building and gliding down, he yells out, "Hell yeah." If he does that, I'll buy a second DVD. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode.
Is he? Who's the other one? Oh, yeah. He does also throw acid at Harvey. Yeah, he does. Except in the Long Halloween, that was Maroney. Salvatore Maroney. But I don't think he can do it this time. He's in freaking jail. Unless he gets out. Now Salvatore Maroney gets out of prison. Oh, let's see. We're going to skip this part, guys.
Dak Prescott for I can get my money in as quick as 15 player stat projections and watch the win.
Oh, he's advertising gambling. Sports gambling.
Roll in. Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. All you have to do is pick more and ready to go. Here's a couple of examples of pick for more. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Now, there are going to be some people that are upset about that. A lot of people like the idea of Batman more like the animated Batman, like he can be in these things with giant aliens or supernatural beings, stuff like that. Matt Reeves tends to want to keep it feel a little bit.
And those people are going to get that. Those people are expecting Batman to deal with aliens, supernatural, superpowered humans, metahumans. We're going to get that. It's James Gunn DCU. Okay, James Gunn DCU. Me personally, I know the grass, and me personally know the people I know. We're okay with both of them. We just want good Batman stories. That's all. We're okay with both of them. Whether it's more grounded, and the other's more fantasy. Because let's be honest, comic books is a form of fantasy. DC and Marvel is fantasy. Okay? I think that's a better. You know, we say grounded. I think people think grounded means not supernatural, not futuristic, not scientific. There's science, but like supernatural metahumans, stuff like that, right? Like, I think the better word would be, I think a better word would be fantasy. Fantasy would be better. It was Maroney. It was Maroney. Zuko was the one who did it in Cape Crusader, Degrassi. You're technically right. You're you in the Long Halloween Maroney, but Cape Crusader it was Two Face. It was Zuko. But I think a better word for saying grounded, more down to earth, whatever, is 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 fantasy. Maybe we could say fantasy. Fantasy. That's what I'll be going. That's what I'll be saying. I think that's a better word, right? Like because you could do grounded with all that stuff. You could do grounded. Spider-Man is grounded and it has people with powers there. Spider-Man's grounded. You could do it. So I think fantasy is a better word. Like what's a good word of saying fantasy? What's a better word of fantasy? Fantastical? Is fantastical a word? Fantastical? Fantastical. Oh, that's what it means. Oh, but it doesn't mean that. Shit. What's a good synonym for fantasy? I don't know. I'll just go with fantasy for now until I find something. But you get my idea. We're okay. Magical realism. Okay, that's not a bad word. We'll go with that. Magical realism. That's not bad. Because I don't think. All right. John Campea. And I'm not done yet with the stream. I'm not done yet with the stream. I should be done. I'll see what else there is I can look forward to. What else I can do? Oh, I know what. I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking for something. The Grace ran up. No, nothing interesting from Grace. Thank you. This is what we'll say. We'll say thank you. It's a good definition. Thank you. I think we'll say magical realism. We'll say that now. See, Degrassi. Like most people don't understand that. I understood it. I'm just looking what the right term would be used for that. Obviously, I don't know what else is there from. Nothing from Grace. Interesting. Um, shit. Let's go back to Campea. You know what? I got something for you guys. Wrong one.
Let's get started with this. Star Wars TV shows aren't great.
What?
So we're gonna finish off with Star Wars. Yeah, have you ever heard? There's rumors out there that they might go one show a year. And Natasha Liz, I forget her name. I don't know her last name. But the actress who played, forgotten. Oh, Sabine Wren in Ahsoka said the plan is to shoot Ahsoka season 2 after Mando and Grogu, the movie. And that movie comes out in 2 years. 2 years. So, Ahsoka fans, you may not get to see a show the second season until 2027. Or maybe late 2026, but at least 2027. 5 years after season 2. So she pretty much confirmed season 2 is happening. And I think if you saw this Ahsoka show, it gave you the impression season 2 was going to happen. She pretty much confirmed it. Star Wars has not come out. Lucasfilms has not come out and confirmed it. But I assume it will. I don't think next year. Honestly, I don't think they will do it next year. I think they'll wait until Mando Grogu is out. 2026. And after Mando Grogu, they'll announce it. But she confirmed basically that Ahsoka season 2 is going to come out after Mando Grogu. So that can mean two things. Ahsoka is going to end up in that movie, and they can end up in the movie The Rebels. I don't know. But let's get in. So yeah, there's talks about Star Wars to reduce to one show per year. And the thing is, Marvel has already reduced the shows a year, right? 2023, Marvel's reduced to 2 shows a year. After doing 4 in 2021, 3 in 2022, now they're doing 2 in 2023 and 2 in this year. I guess that's coming up in a few weeks. 2 weeks.
Now, there's the odd exception, right? Andor. Best thing that Star Wars has done since the original trilogy. It's just simply the best thing Star Wars has done since the original trilogy. It's amazing.
No.
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
At least season 1 and 2. Season 3, Private Eye, Mandalorian getting the club business card off a dead droid. Whatever they were doing with that. But, they've also had a lot of crap. Inconsistency. I couldn't even get all the way through The Acolyte. And you guys know how excited I was for The Acolyte. Well, now there's a story coming out that is suggesting that Star Wars is looking at reducing back to just one show a year. You guys remember Bob Iger was talking about Marvel and said, listen, we've let quantity get ahead of quality. We need to rein it back a little bit. And maybe, just maybe, he might be applying that same logic to Star Wars. This comes to us from Screen Rant, who wrote the following. Disney may be reducing its Star Wars TV show output to just one new live-action show a year. According to the Direct,
well, that's according to the Direct.
I'm hearing that several series are in development, but it seems that they plan to release only one live-action series per year starting in 2025. All right, now, a couple of things to note. Number one, notice that it said one.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah. Yep. If you know, you heard Marvel has not announced a new Disney Plus show, right? It's still, right, has not announced a new Disney Plus show. For Marvel, remember, Vision Crest, remember, it's the upcoming shows is Daredevil, Ironheart, I guess of course, Wonder Man and Vision's Crest, but nothing since. They haven't announced a new show in 2 years. Because Vision's Crest and Wonder Man were announced 2 years ago, 2022. So nothing been announced from Marvel. from the Disney side of things. So I can see them definitely them reducing for that. It's more of a top thing from Bob Iger, right? Um, I don't know what's originally planned, but yeah,
Live action series. Here, right? They've got that Star Wars, what's it called? It's not Legends, Star Wars
Visions.
And a few other animated projects that they're toying around with. So there could still be other animated things coming out. But this could be good news for two different reasons. Well, you know what? Let me change that to 3. Good news number 1, it could mean that they're going to refocus more of their energy and efforts on the damn theatrical stuff. We haven't had a Star Wars. I don't care what anybody else says. Star Wars is a movie franchise. It is meant to be a big screen experience. I love Andor. I love at least a couple of seasons of Mandalorian. But the primary thrust of Star Wars should be theatrical events.
you could have said the same thing for Marvel.
And maybe, just maybe, cutting back to like one live action thing a year could mean that they're going to reassess some of their energy effort.
I think that's what Marvel might be doing with them reducing the shows too. Because going to Marvel movies, they go into an event, right? But with having the shows, it doesn't feel like an event franchise anymore. And obviously, Doomsday is going to be an event movie, Avengers Doomsday. But adding the shows feels like Marvel's not an event anymore. Because watching TV shows, whether it's streaming or regular cable, it's not an event. Watching sports, especially a sports game, is an event. Watching wrestling, watching UFC, that's an event. But watching TV shows or movies, TV shows on stream or non-stream doesn't feel like an event to me. But watching a movie, that feels like an event. A big movie feels like an event.
And resources to theatrical. Maybe. The second thing is that this would be good news because maybe, like with Marvel, the point of this, from at least Bob Iger's point of view, is to focus more on quality.
Yeah.
Let's, instead of working with 3 directors, let's pass this year on 3 different TV shows. Let's pick the one best director out of the bunch. Let's pick the one best writer's room out of the bunch and just do one show. The third reason that this could be quite good is it might mean we actually get a real TV series. None of this idiotic 6 episodes, 3 hours TV. It's not.
I wish I could accurately explain the depth of my disdain for John Campea. He is the encyclopedia definition of subhuman douchebag. Yeah, he is. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Not even real TV shows. So, if this report holds up to be real, and we don't know, Disney certainly hasn't confirmed this, got to take that with a giant grain of salt, right? But if this report ends up being real, it's, to me, nothing but good news. It means more energy and resources toward the movies. It means focusing more on the quality. You get to pick the best people you want to work with for just one show.
Here's the thing. You could have 2 or 3 movies in 2 or 3 shows or the movies in the franchise filming at the same time. You don't necessarily need to film at the same studio. You know, Marvel did it all the time.
And also, maybe it means instead of these pathetic, joke, insulting 6-episode garbage they've been feeding to us.
Okay, John Campea. Do you know what the last 6-episode Star Wars show was? Kenobi. The last 2 shows were 8 episodes. Ahsoka and Acolyte were 8 episodes. Kenobi was the last 6 episodes. We're 6 episodes.
Maybe we can get 10 episodes, 12 episodes, stuff like that. Don't know that we would for a fact, but I would certainly like it. And
Uh, Loki did work at 6 episodes. Most shows do not work at 6 episodes. That's true, though. I also do 2 MCs. When's coming out? It came out in January and September. Okay. Winter and fall. That's what. Oh yeah. Okay, that's what Marvel's doing. Winter and fall this year.
And I certainly hope it's not another freaking wasted season of The Acolyte or Ahsoka. Say what you will about Ahsoka, I was at least able to finish it. I didn't initially.
Ahsoka was fine, man. Ahsoka was fine. I don't know what he's talking about. I liked Ahsoka. I thought it was fine. I liked Ahsoka. It's fine he didn't like it, but I liked Ahsoka.
I had to come back to it. I went away from it, and I did have to come back to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did not like Ahsoka. Was a waste of time.
Yeah.
Other than who's our Punisher boy?
Yeah. You're talking about
Why am I freezing? He just passed away. Why am I freezing on his name?
Ray Stevenson.
Ray Stevenson. Other than Ray Stevenson, who was the shining gem, and it pains me to say that because I adore
Balin.
He played Balin. Yes, yeah. I absolutely adore Rosario Dawson. But I mean, that show was a waste. But
that character's getting recast, isn't he? You're gonna recast that character, huh? Balin Skull, right? They're gonna recast that character, right? Aren't they? The actor. They're gonna recast that character with a different actor.
At least it was a little bit better than The Acolyte.
It sounds to me like they're taking Marvel's lead, and
or they're getting the same mandate from Bob Iger.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
right?
Yeah, I think it's coming.
I think one of the reasons why some of the Marvel shows were 6 episodes, I think it's because of the pandemic. I'm not 100% sure, but I think because of the pandemic. I know WandaVision, the first Marvel show, did not have 6 episodes, had 8 episodes, but then the ones after has 6 episodes. I think it's because of the pandemic. That's the reason they had 6 episodes. But now since pandemic's over, with COVID's still around. It's always gonna be around, but it's not like an emergency or anything like that. So I think that's the reason why, because of COVID.
Coming from the top, and they're focused on quality over quantity, which is good. So
again, we don't know that this is true, but it would be good if it was.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll find out for sure. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Miracle Made. Guys, it's hot outside and your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. So if you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly stay cleaner and fresh.
I think we're done for the night. Nothing else for me to do in Campea tonight. Well, I think it's going to be in 2 parts. I think they're switching it up. I think it's going to be in 2 parts. Good night. Thank you. But yeah, I think I ended here tonight. So tomorrow we're not doing a Campea. We're not tracking anybody. We're not going to look at other YouTubers tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do a Beetlejuice spoiler stream. Tomorrow, and Blind will join. And if you've seen it, feel free to chat or join. All right. If you don't care about spoilers, join. You can check out my video on the non-spoilers. You can check out my video on it if you want. But that's what we're going to do tomorrow is that. And Saturday, nothing. Friday, might make it up and upload a video. Or I might do something fun Saturday. Friday, yeah, spoiler review of Beetlejuice. All right. Saturday maybe nothing at all. Sunday we may look at Grace Randolph's spoiler review video if she uploads it on Sunday. Is it next week? Next week I don't know yet, but one of those between Tuesday and Sunday next week, me and Blinded are planning a tier list of all MCU movies and shows. A tier list. That's either going to be. We're not thinking Tuesday, but we're thinking about it between Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday and Friday. Between Wednesday and Sunday next week, and then the week after, we're gonna get involved in Tuesday from next Tuesday. It's gonna be something else. And then Wednesday we're gonna do the after show for Agatha. Thursday we might do an after show for Penguin, but we might not do one because it might be really, really late. If not, we'll do the after show of Penguin on the Friday night. But yeah, you'll see once I make those. When I set up those streams, you'll see what's up, guys. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna set up the stream for Beetlejuice tomorrow. I'm not gonna set up tonight. I'm gonna set up tomorrow. But I hope to see you all tomorrow. And if you haven't seen the movie yet, go see it. I hope you enjoy it. Check out my review. And with that, guys.